everyone. Today we are going to discuss the 10th topic of EVS. The name of the lesson is water and its forms. So students, you know that water is a very important part of human life. We need water because it helps in the digestion of food that we eat. But do you know from where do we get this water? You might say that we get the water from the tap. Some children may say that we get the water from our wells. But students, the water from the taps or the water from the wells, from where does it come into it? Do you know which is the main source of water? Yes, the main source of water is rain. In the rainy season, when it rains, the rainwater gets collected into the rivers, ponds, lakes, streams, also wells, and the water that falls on the ground, it gets collected into the soil. So, the main source of water is rain, and we get the water in the taps or the water from the wells. Then we get the water from the hand pumps, tube wells. All these are the sources of water for human beings. Also, the next point for discussion is forms of water. So what are these forms? Water is found on this earth in three forms, that is solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. Water which we use for drinking is the liquid form of water, whereas ice, it is the solid form of water, and water vapor, or we also call it steam, it is the gaseous form of water. This water keeps changing its forms according to the processes that happen on it. So, water changes from one form to another. Now, how does this water changes from one form to another? Let us see. Water changes into ice. So, students, water changes itself into ice. But how does it happen? See, we all have refrigerators or fridge at our houses. The fridge is having a freezer. Also, we get a ice tray. So, if we pour some water into that ice tray and keep it in the freezer, after some time, we will notice that the water that we had put into the tray has changed into solid. This solid form of water is called as ice. And the ice, we can hold it in our hand as it is solid in state or solid in form. So, water has changed into ice when we kept it in the freezer. When we cooled the water changed into ice. The second is ice changes into water. Suppose now the ice cubes that are in the freezer, we have taken it out and we have kept it in the plate. What happens after some time? You can see that the ice has converted or ice has changed into water again. Water was cooled and it was made into ice. But when the ice is brought out from the freezer, what happened? The temperature in the atmosphere made it to melt and the ice got converted or the ice changed into water. So, the ice was changed again into water. So, what is proved? Water changes from one form to another form. This is proved here. The third is water changes into steam. Now, how does it happen? Okay, for that what we have to do is we take a vessel, okay, a small vessel, pour some water into it and keep it on the gas stove. Yes, what happens? Many times you might have seen your moms doing all these things. So, she needs some hot water to prepare something, and so she takes a vessel, she pours some water into it and she keeps it on the gas stove. She lights the gas stove and after some times bubbles start coming out from the water. The water has started boiling. So, after some time you can see that steam or water vapor starts coming out from that boiling water. So, the water changed into steam or water vapor. So, the third fact is also proven true. The fourth one is water vapor changes into water. Now, we have to continue with the same process. The water was boiling, the steam was coming out, water vapor was coming out. Just then, if you put a lid on that vessel, what will happen? The steam will not be allowed to come out of that lid. Because of the lid, the water vapor cannot come out from that vessel. And it will touch the lid, and what happens? It will cool down again, and that vapor will change into water again. If you put off the stove and remove the lid, on the interior side, inside side of the plate, you can see water vapors, right? You can see drops of water. So all these four things are proved. Water changes into ice, ice changes into water, water changes into vapor, and water vapor or steam again changes into water. So students, the water, it keeps changing as per the process that happens on water. The water changes from one form to another form. Now let us see what is water cycle. So students, here you can see a picture with the help of which I am going to explain you what is water cycle. So during day the sun shines. So because of the sun's extreme heat, the water from the rivers, lakes, then streams, ponds, what happens? It gets heated and gets converted into water vapor. The water vapor, it goes high into the sky. So here you can see the river water. The river water, because of these sun rays, it gets heated and it gets converted into water vapor, and it goes high up into the sky where the air. So in the sky we have the air, and with the help of this air the water vapor cools, and the water vapor cools down and changes into tiny drops of water. So here the water vapor comes into contact with the cool air and it gets converted into small drops of water. These drops of water, they join to form the clouds. So various drops of water, they come together and they go and join to form the clouds. Okay. Then in the clouds, more and more tiny drops join together and form a large drop. So the process of heating of this river water takes place every day because the sun shines every day, and so such small water vapors go up into the sky. They cool down, they form small drops of water, and they together, every day's water drops together, they form a large drops, and these large drops become heavy and they fall on the ground in the form of rain. When you can see here this blue sky, these all are the water drops. And once what happens, when these water drops become so heavy that they come down in the form of rain. Rainwater again flows back to the rivers, to the streams, to the ponds, right? And again the water cycle continues. So rainwater gets mixed with the river water. The river water, after getting heated by the sun, it becomes water vapor. It forms clouds, and the clouds, they again come down as rain. So this is the water cycle which keeps continuing. Water always moves from lakes, rivers and seas to the sky and comes back in the form of rain. This entire process is called as water cycle in nature. Also, there is one more point which we need to see. It is the hail and snow. So what happens when it is very cold? What happens? Sometimes it is very cold near the clouds. Where are the clouds? The clouds are in the sky. So sometimes when the atmosphere is very cool in the sky, the water drops freeze on their way. So when the water drops or the water vapor is moving towards the clouds, what happens? They freeze and they fall down in the form of hailstones. So The water vapors, because of the cold climate, they get converted into ice and they fall down on the earth in the form of hailstones. Here you can see hailstones. In Marathi we call it gara. Yes, many a times you may have experienced this. We also call it hailstones. When hailstone fall down, in Marathi we call it garpit. So many a times this happens, that there is a rain of hailstones. Okay, sometimes it is very cold in the clouds, so water drops freeze in the clouds itself and fall down as snow. So because of the coldness, what happens, the water drops, they freeze in the clouds itself, and just like rains, it is snowfall. Okay, when the clouds are having water in it, it is rain, and when the clouds they have snow in them, because of the cold temperature, the water drops they freeze and they get converted into ice, and when such clouds starts raining, it is snowfall. Okay, so students, this was the lesson about water and its forms.